Hello, one and all, back to the paleontological news. It's been a long time since the last paleontological news, and for this paleontological news, we're going to be covering all of the specimens discovered so far in 2026. So without further ado, let's talk about them. The first discovery is a thick-skinned troodontid dinosaur unearthed in Mexico. A team of paleontologists from Mexico and the United States has identified a new species of bird-like dinosaur with an unusually thick and domed skull. So we have an image of this troodontid. The newly described dinosaur species lived around 37 million years ago during the late Cretaceous epoch. So it probably lived close to T-Rex. Do we get an exact time period? So 37 million years ago. So it would be how can I put this? It was behind 75 million years ago. Yeah, I think I'm doing the math right. Link in the description. Alright, moving on to the next article. Tyrannosaurus rex took nearly 4 decades to grow up, new research shows. A comprehensive analysis of 17 fossil specimens revealed the Tyrannosaurus rex grew far more slowly than previously thought. Researching its full-grown size of 8 tons around age 40 and challenges earlier assumptions about its life history. Tyrannosaurus rex was one of the most iconic non-avian dinosaurs, remains a central focus of paleontological research. Previous growth modeling suggests that the ancient predator exceeded 8 tons within 2 decades and had a lifespan approaching 30 years. The new analysis was able to assemble a more complete and accurate picture of the dinosaur's growth by using advanced statistical algorithms and examining slices of bone under a special kind of light, which reveals hidden growth rings not counted in previous studies. You can read more about the article in the description down below. Alright, next article, and I have to click the back arrow. New sauropod dinosaur species identified in Brazil. This is from February 23rd of this year. Paleontologists in Brazil have identified a previously unknown species of... Oh my goodness. Why do paleontologists have to make such big names for dinosaurs? I'm just going to phonetically sound it out. Somphalospondylin sauropod dinosaur with European artifacts hinting at ancient migration routes that once linked 2 continents now separated by the Atlantic Ocean. So it's possible that they're hinting that... Oh. Wait. If they crossed over... Wait, the first sentence, the first paragraph doesn't make sense with the second. A new dinosaur species lived about 120 million years ago during the early Cretaceous epoch, when much of the world's landmass was still stitched together. Okay, that makes sense. In the southern supercontinent Gondwana. So it was able to cover a lot of ground. It belongs to, I am not sounding that out. A group of okay, that's better, titaniformed sauropods that lived from the late Triassic until the end of the Cretaceous period. A partial skeleton of Dinosaurus tucantensis was found in the Itapurican Formation in northern Brazil. So, to read more about this sauropod, link in the description down below. Alright, for the most exciting discovery this year. Drumroll, please. New Spinosaurus species discovered in Nigeria. Spinosaurus has always been one of my favorite dinosaurs because of its cool sail. It's possible that it had neck spikes, and of course, lived in Africa, which Africa is a very cool continent. So let's open up this article. Paleontologists have identified the first unequivalent new species of the fish-eating dinosaur Spinosaurus in more than a century. Spinosaurus mirabilis is one of the last surviving spinosaurid species. And we have a beautiful paleo artwork from Danny, I think his name's Danny Navarro. I like the clouds in the background. He's probably walking over, he or she is walking over an ancient lake. But that looks absolutely beautiful. You can tell by the water down below, and I think you have some plants. Grass did not exist yet, so those have to be some sort of water plants or ferns. You can tell it's a new species of Spinosaur by what it says in the article. It has a unique shaped crest on its head. It kind of reminds me of a hadrosaur dinosaur. I think the hadrosaur dinosaur name was in Tarbosaurus, the Mightiest Ever, that dino movie. Started with the TS something. We all know what dinosaur I'm talking about. It's a hadrosaur. It lived in the Cretaceous period around 95 million years ago, and it sounds like it lived closer to T-Rex, because T-Rex lived just right before the asteroid struck. So this Spinosaur was closer living to T-Rex, say, but still not that close. Fortunately, not that close. Dinosaur fossils were uncovered in the remote fossil area of Jinajub, I'm probably pronouncing that incorrect, in Niger, deep in the Central Sahara, which means hot. University of Chicago's Professor Paul Sereno, I love that paleontologist, he's an awesome paleontologist. The most striking feature of Spinosaurus mirabilis is a massive Shirtanar-shaped cranial crest, which is the unique iconic feature of this new Spinosaur. So, to read more about this cool article, we have so many more articles to go, but I'll link in the description below. Alright, a new discovery on Triceratops. Triceratops' oversized nasal cavities played roles far beyond the smell paleontologists find. So what this diagram is showing in this diagram here is that it could have had a resonating chamber, probably. It could have, if I can zoom in, we have the nasal gland, the respiratory tubules, the nerves, blood, which means my favorite dinosaur had a really powerful sniffer. It had a really powerful nose. And not just because of smell, I'm saying as a possible theory, it probably had a resonating chamber to make certain sounds. We don't know what ceratopsian dinosaurs were able to do, like what sounds they were able to make, but this is a very cool discovery. And I'm really just amazed at how many paleontological finds and discoveries that can be possibly made in the paleontological field by paleontologists like Paul Sereno and many other lesser known paleontologists. You all just you do an amazing job, and I'm really proud of you, really. You go out there into the field, just do an amazing job, and that's all that I have time for my rant. Alright, moving on to the next wonderful find. Small Triassic dinosaur found from Brazil sheds new light on sauropodomorph growth strategies. Paleontologists have unearthed fossilized bones of one of the small sauropodomorph dinosaurs from the late Triassic in southern Brazil. Again, another, I'd say sauropodomorphs were the in-between dinosaurs between sauropods and the evolution of dinosaurs from dinosaurs during the Triassic period all the way into the Jurassic period. There's just so much research you can do in this field, and I'm just really spectacular job and work on this sauropodomorph critic. And shout out to Sergio Prostraka, I can't pronounce his name. I think he has made some pretty good paleo art of the sauropodomorph. Japanese archipelago was once a refuge for cave lions. You can see a beautiful cave lion artwork between 73,000 and 20,000 years ago. Late Pliocene, the Japanese archipelago was inhabited by cave lions, Panthera spinalia. More about it in the link down below. Alright. Moving on to other paleontological finds. Paleontologists find traces of Chinkton and Cambrian trilobite fossils. The detection of Chinkton and the obvious trilobite from the Canera Formation 514.5 to 506.5 million years ago. This is a really cool find. Alright, moving on to the next article. We're moving on. Let me see. Bink. Following. Tiny new species of herbivorous dinosaur unearthed in Spain. February 2nd, 2026. A new genus and species of diminutive bipedal dinosaur has been identified from the fossil found in the Burgos province of Spain. It's a beautiful looking little guy. Probably lived hopefully a happy life, but when you're a little dinosaur, you're at the bottom of the food chain. So hopefully this guy lived a good life. Unfortunately, he would have been prey for almost everybody on the food chain. Study Europe's Cretaceous fauna included more ceratopsian dinosaurs than previously thought. This is from February 2nd by New Staff. Paleontologists solved a puzzle of Europe's missing horned dinosaurs. More about it and the link in the description. In the Morse information, very young sauropod dinosaurs fueled the food chain. Well, of course they did. That's how the food chain works. Paleontologists unearthed new species of titanosaur in Argentina. That's all, again, back in January, but really, really cool find from Argentina. All right, moving on to the next article. Duck-billed dinosaur fossil shows direct evidence of tyrannosaur attack from March of this year. Semi-complete fossils and adult Edmontosaurus at Montana State Museum of the Rockies preserves fleeting moments of the late Cretaceous. So this find shows that tyrannosaurs hunt duck-billed dinosaurs. Pretty much when you're a T-Rex, you can almost eat whatever you want as long as you don't get hurt in the process. Then you're pretty much toast and you can't hunt anymore. But this is a remarkable, cool find, and that just shows what life was like during the late Cretaceous period. I wouldn't want to be an Edmontosaurus during this time. New species of plant-eating dinosaur unearthed in Korea. Oh, look at this cute little guy. You can see by the paleo art of it. Just beautiful paleo art of it. A new species of small plant-eating dinosaurs has been identified from partial skeleton of juvenile individual discovered in the Republic of Korea. Oh, look at it, him. And he probably was at the bottom of the food chain, unfortunately. Okay, moving on. Down. 280 million year old fossil provides early direct evidence of land predators attack. Okay, so this looks like some sort of synapsid creature. Paleontologists at the University of Toronto Muskoka have found dozens of tooth marks on fossilized bones of 3 juveniles. Just a normal day in the Permian. What can I say? The Gorgonopsids and the Inconcevias and whatever other predators at the time they had to eat, and unfortunately this poor guy was one of them. Rare fossils of baby dome-headed dinosaur unearthed in Canada. For many years, fossil record of Pachycephalosaurus dome-headed dinosaurs have been dominated by fossil skulls. This is a rare find, just like the article says, and a beautiful piece of art. Shout out to the paleo artist. Alright, moving on to the next article. Small titanosaur species from Morocco reveals surprising South American ties. New genus and species of Titanosaur sauropod dinosaur related to South American forms have been described by a team of paleontologists led by the university. I'll read more about it down below. New fossils from Brazil revealed unexpected diversity among pre-dinosaur herbivores. Again, more synapsids, more creatures that lived during the Permian and Paleozoic. Just amazing to find. New species of the hyperpedodontid Ichthyosaur and extinct lineage of beaked herbivorous reptiles. New Triassic dinosaur species identified in New Mexico. A new genus and species of carnivorous Herrerasaurian dinosaur has been described from an incomplete but well-preserved skull found in northern New Mexico. Just beautiful find. 250 million year old embryonid didictyodontid egg found in South Africa. Again, another beautiful find from South Africa. And you just gotta love the paleo art. Jurassic ichthyosaur fossils found in Cuba. Deep inside a limestone cave in western Cuba, paleontologists have found the most complete ichthyosaur skeleton yet found on the island. I just love paleo art, but this is a paleo art piece reused from last year. This looks awfully familiar. Alright, moving on. Rare ostrich-like dinosaur fossil found on Canada from May of this year. Paleontologists in Canada say they have recovered a dinosaur tail vertebra from 75 to 80 million year old marine rocks on a small island off the coast of British Columbia, providing the clearest evidence yet that bird-like ornithomimosaur once roamed the ancient Pacific coastline of North America by perspiration of Cupilon henensis, an ornithomimosaur dinosaur that lived in what is now China during the Maastrichtian age of the late Cretaceous. Beautiful paleo art as always. New Jurassic pterosaur unearthed in Germany. Paleontologists described a new genus and species of early monostrinian pterosaur based on nearly complete and well-preserved fossil skeleton. Amazing find from Germany. Giant tyrannosaur fossil found in New Mexico. Again, another tyrannosaur fossil discovered in New Mexico. A large tyrannosaur dinosaur may have stalked the floodplains of what is now New Mexico nearly 74 million years ago, according to a team of paleontologists. Giant new dinosaur species discovered in Thailand reveals hidden diversity of Asian titans. Paleontologists have identified a new genus and species of Somalian titanosaur dinosaur, largest ever found in Southeast Asia. New species of giant long-necked dinosaur identified in Argentina. Another amazing find. Early sauropodomorph dinosaur unearthed in China. 106 million year old pterosaur footprints discovered in Korea. Again, more beautiful paleo art. New dinosaur species from Argentina may have specialized in catching fish. Paleontologists in Argentina have identified a previously unknown species of Eungellid dinosaur that stalked freshwater wetlands during the late Cretaceous period. Toothless bipedal crocodile relative lived in New Mexico 212 million years ago. Paleontologists have described a new species of bipedal Cholovosaur dinosaur from New Mexico, shedding light on a group of creatures that roamed North America. New Microraptor dinosaur discovered in China. I cannot pronounce a Chinese name. I'm sorry. Some Chinese names I cannot pronounce. It is the first non-avian dinosaur found at a paleontological site that was yielded more than 100 specimens of early Cretaceous birds. Microraptorifornia. Again, beautiful, amazing paleo art. And what an amazing find. I'm just looking real quick to see if there are any. Alright. That will have to be all for the paleontological news. Just a lot of amazing discoveries found so far. Just amazing. It just blows my mind of how amazing so many different dinosaur species, non-dinosaur species, Paleozoic, Mesozoic, maybe a little bit of Cenozoic. Until next time, Christopher, signing off.